call us to order. And then I'd like to call on Pastor Derek Staples from the First Baptist Church to have our invocation.
Let's pray together. Father, we are so thankful to be able to gather here tonight and to just pause at the beginning of a meeting of our elected officials and to pray for them. Father, we know your word tells us that we are to pray for those who are in positions of authority over us. And so we just pray for them, Father. We pray that their minds would be clear, that they would be at peace, that your Spirit would guide them. And we are just so thankful for each of them and the time that they give to serve our city. And we're thankful for the city of Jacksonville. What an amazing place to live and to raise a family and to worship and to honor and glorify you. And so we just pray that every decision that is made here tonight, Father, would be to just advance that very thing, to make Jacksonville an even greater place to be. And so we just pray that you would invade this meeting and that your presence would guide every word, every deed, every action, that it would give you glory and honor. In the name of Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor.
All right, we have Desiree Berry. She's a Keystone student, and her teacher is Ms. Smith, and she will be leading our pledge today.
Ready, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, will you do the roll call, please?
Councilmember Wilson.
Here.
Councilmember Green.
Here.
Councilmember Laster. Here. Councilmember Newell.
Here.
Councilmember Ingram.
Here.
Thank you. If Mr. Randy Horton would come forward, Andy Green has he has a special reading for you. How's that?
This reads, recognition of appreciation presented to Horton Engineering Incorporated. Whereas the city of Jacksonville, Alabama is committed to maintaining safe, reliable, and efficient public facilities for the benefit of its residents, first responders, municipal employees, and whereas the boiler system at the Jacksonville Public Safety Complex located at 911 Public Safety Drive, Jacksonville, Alabama 36265, has presented ongoing operational challenges since the opening of the facility, creating a persistent need for professional evaluation and corrective action. And whereas Horton Engineering Incorporated generously provided architectural services to the city of Jacksonville at no cost, demonstrating exceptional civic spirit, professionalism, and dedication to the well-being of our community. And whereas the firm's expertise and willingness to assist the city in addressing the long-standing boiler issue has contributed significantly to the city's ability to move forward with the necessary improvements to ensure safety, comfort, and operational readiness of the public safety complex. And whereas the city of Jacksonville recognizes that such voluntary contributions of time, talent, and technical skill strengthen the partnership between local professionals and municipal government and reflect the highest ideals of community service. Now therefore, the city of Jacksonville, Alabama hereby expresses its sincere appreciation to Horton Engineering Incorporated for their outstanding generosity, professional excellence, and meaningful contribution to the improvement of a critical public facility. In recognition thereof, this certificate is presented as a token of gratitude and respect on behalf of the mayor, city council, city employees, and the citizens of Jacksonville. Signed, Mayor Mark Jones.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much for what you've done. I'll give you a little bit of explanation why we're down here, and that way everybody will wonder why we're not up there and what's going on. It works better when we have work sessions if we're right here together where we can see each other versus being up on the podium, whatever you want to call that, and we can't see each other, and so we're going to start working from down here on our work sessions. We'll take the work session and then take a 5-minute break, and then we'll go back up to have the council meeting on a normal procedure. So just to give you a little bit of explanation. All right, we'll enter our work session, and do we have any changes or any questions of anything about the acceptance of the minutes that our clerk has sent out? Okay, thank you. All right, then we have an audit again tonight about the Waterworks and Sewer Board. James, you'll come and do your magic again.
I don't know if there's any magic to it. We'll discuss the Waterworks and Sewer Board, Gas and Sewer Board,
Excuse me. Well, I was wrong too, so.
And we'll discuss it, the audit that we did for September 30th of this previous year. If you'll turn to page 1 in the blue binder. And this is the independent auditor's report. And second paragraph is the opinion. Now, I may sound like I'm a rerun here because it's pretty much the same report as the city was. But I'm going to tell you anyhow that in our opinion, the financial statements referred to above present fairly in all material respects the respective financial position of the business type activities of Jacksonville Waterworks, Gas and Sewer Board as of September 30th, 2025 and 2024, and the respective changes in financial position and, where applicable, cash flows thereof for the year ended in accordance with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States of America. That's in our business, we call it an unqualified opinion. All the numbers in this financial statement are materially correct. Now, excuse me. Let's move on over and talk some numbers. The independent auditor's report, I can't remember who I was telling the other day. When I started in this business, an independent auditor's report was 3 paragraphs long on 1 page. And now I think it's going to be close to 5 pages this coming time. But let's go to page 5. And this is your balance sheets. And as you can see, with a proprietary fund, we're able to show comparative between 24 and 25. So this is 2 years worth of numbers. Let's start at the top. You have your assets, then your restricted assets, utility, plant, and equipment, and other assets down at the bottom. Your total current assets went from $3.8 million to $4.7 million, an increase of $890,000 in the year. The primary increases was your cash and cash equivalents of $492,000, and your accounts receivable and your with the allowance for doubtful accounts was a total of $77,000 increase. Those are the 2 primary increases. Let's look down a little bit further. Your utility, plant, and equipment went from $21,247,000 up to $22,945,000, an increase of almost $1.7 million. You'll notice most of that is going to be on that bottom line on your utility, plant, and equipment, where it says construction in progress. It's better than 1.3 million of that increase is there. That is your projects that were going on. The largest project was the Big Springs project. And the other was lift stations for your sewer rehab. I want to say the combination of those 2, you had federal grant monies that came in the tune of about $2 million, a little better than $2 million. The total assets and deferred outflows for the utility went from $27.5 million to over $30 million, an increase of $2,556,000. Now, let's go to the next page, and the next page is the second page of your balance sheet. At the top of it, we show your current liabilities, and then we show your long-term liabilities, and then your net assets at the bottom of the page. Your current liabilities went from 1.3 million up to 2.1 million. There's a significant increase in your accounts payable from 189,000 up to 955,000, but that's directly related to the improvements at Big Springs and your lift stations. And there was actually a little bit of start of, there was some gas line renovations that was just getting started at the end of the fiscal year. Your long-term liabilities went from 15,124,000 down to 14,960,000, a decrease of 163,785, and that's your decrease, primarily the decrease in your revenue bonds, your long-term debt. Your next section here is your net assets, and your total net assets went from 12,378,000 up to 15,098,000, an increase of 2,720,000. That primarily was your investment in capital assets, which the largest portion of that increase. Now let's turn to page 7. And this is your statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in fund net assets. Your income statement, basically, for people that are in business. Your operating revenues went from 6 million down to 5.9 million, a slight decrease of $40,000. But primarily the reason for it is your installations, which is next to the bottom line there, went from 528,000 to 336,000, a decrease of 191,000. So your primary operating revenues, your water, gas, and sewer, were increases for the year. Of course, your gas for this coming year is probably going to be a large increase in expense and in revenues. The next section is your operating expenses, and it's broke out by the different activities, your water department, sewer department, your gas department, general administrative, and then a line down there is depreciation and amortization, which is an estimate of the consumption of your capital assets. The total operating expenses went from 4.9 million to 5.2 million during the year. Your largest increase was in your water department expenses, which increased 106,000. Sewer department increased 99,000. And if you combine the cost of natural gas and the gas department expenses, it increased 87,000. Your general administrative expenses actually decreased by 43,000. And if you look down in the next section, this is a non-operating income and expense section. This is items that are outside of your normal operations. The total non-operating income and expense went from 644,000 to almost 2 million, 1.9. The main reason for that increase was, if you'll see the second line right under your interest income, your capital grant revenue for the year was over 2 million, 2,119,000. Now, if anybody has any questions, just stop and ask me, because I'm willing to discuss it. I'm going to bypass your cash flow statement And starting on page 10 is the notes to the financial statements. All these numbers that I went through real quick, you'll be able to go in these notes here and it will explain what those numbers mean and what's included in the different categories. But I'm not going to stand up here for the next 3 hours talking about this, so I'm going to move right on past all your notes to page 31. This is our second report that we are required to issue on an audit like this. This is under government auditing standards, we have to give an independent auditor's report on internal control over financial reporting and on compliance and other matters based on an audit of financial statements performed in accordance with government auditing standards. That's probably the longest report title that I've ever seen. But if you'll turn to page 32, the second paragraph, I'm going to read it to you. Our consideration of internal control was for a limited purpose described in the first paragraph of this section and is not designed to identify all deficiencies in internal control that might be material weaknesses or significant deficiencies. Given these limitations, though, during our audit, we did not identify any deficiencies in internal control that we consider to be a material weakness. And of course, we always have to give a disclaimer, however, material weakness may exist that have not been identified. That's pretty much saying that we, in all of our audit procedures, we did not come across anything that threw up a red flag that we had to go to management about and say, you know, y'all might want to consider changing this, which is a good thing. Okay, the last report is on page 33. And because the water board had over $2 million worth of federal dollars, we have to do a special audit. They call it a single audit. And that is where we test the federal dollars for compliance requirements that is, you know, inside of each one of the grants that the federal government issues. And the name of this report is the Independent Auditor's Report on Compliance for each major program and on internal control over compliance required by the uniform guidance. So these are rules set out by the federal government that we have to look at to make sure everything was done properly. And the second paragraph on this page is our opinion. In our opinion, Waterworks Gas and Sewer Board of the City of Jacksonville, Alabama complied in all material respects with the types of compliance requirements referred to above that could have a direct and material effect on each of its major federal programs for the year ended September 30th, 2025. So we had to issue 3 reports. And the good thing is that we did not have to modify those reports. But of course, y'all would have probably heard about it long before now if we had to modify it. Because I don't like to go in and surprise people with something like that. Any questions?
I don't think you know how popular you are. You've been here 2 times, and this has been our 2 biggest crowds.
I was just wondering, that people just like to hear me speak, is that it?
Well, at least they get to hear good things. The city's doing good things.
Yes, that's, y'all, I hate to say it, but my staff loves coming over here and doing the work over here because their records are in good shape. And you know, maybe y'all are just boring because it's predictable what we're going to find. Mm-hmm. And that means that, like this lady here in front of me, Bert, you're part of the reason that we know it.
Well, she's retiring at the end of this month, so you might find something next year. No, she's gonna take it all with her.
But we thank you. Thank you year in, year out for what you do and for coming over here to speak to us.
Yeah, it's a testament to the city employees to doing a good job.
That's right. Got the
Now,
best.
if y'all's crowds get low and y'all want
We'll
to
call you back.
call me back and I'll slide back in.
What are you doing in 3 weeks from now?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right, Josh, will you come forward and go over the information once again about our zoning ordinance? Please, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
On our rezoning that's coming up tonight, we had two properties from wanting to be rezoned from R1 to R2. They, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Pritchett met in my office. What I seen, to put it before Planning Commission, they met the criteria. Now, when they got to before Planning Commission, they discussed it. They had quite a long discussion, and they voted to send a non-recommendation to the City Council. So that's where we're at as of last week. I'm hoping all of you got the maps and stuff that I sent out, so you know where the property was. But that's where we're at on at this time on that. And then y'all had the meeting last.
So it was,
Couple
they
Mondays
sent a non-recommendation.
Yes.
Is that my understanding?
Yes.
All right, Ruth, the floor is open. Mayor, anybody, you got discussion points?
If you would, just discuss, Josh, the zoning, as it applies to rezoning qualifications, from an R2 to, from an R1 to an R2.
In our comprehensive plan, to rezone any property from one to another, there has to be connection there, so it's not spot zoning. And that, again, that's our criteria. You cannot spot zone anything. It has to be connected somewhere. And this property is connected basically across the road, be to the west of it and to the north of it. So 3 sides there met that criteria for me to say, okay, I can see it happening and sending it to the Planning Commission.
So one of them's across the road, but the other 2 are kind of above and behind, right?
Yes, to the
What's
west.
the
and to
zoning,
north.
just, as you enter on Louise Drive,
It
on that
is.
side of it?
On that side, yes. It's zoned R2.
It's zoned R2 as well?
Yes. The first property you come to that's beside it's R2. Now, when you get to the north side, that's where it changes to R1. And that property also is R1
Okay.
now.
So on beyond on Louise Drive is R1?
Yes.
Okay.
Any questions?
Any more questions?
I went back up there 2 or 3 times this weekend and been by today, and where both lots are here, there's a set of trees right there and then the house.
Yes, sir.
Who owns that set of trees?
The person that owns the
That
house.
owns the house?
Yes, sir.
So that's,
Thinking it's Mr. Jackson that owns that house. Yeah, Mr. Jackson owns that house and those trees.
in those trees.
I guess the question I was having was, it is contingent to another R1 right next to it.
Yes, sir.
Any comments? Now's the time. Okay. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
All right, moving along. We've got an ordinance 0679-26 we want to talk about, and that's pertaining to what time we want to have our council meetings and how we want to set our work session time and how we want to look at operating, I guess is the best thing to say. I would like to recommend for y'all, and y'all please feedback, okay, that we pull our work session out of our council meeting to back to where in the past we had the work session and we were all down here, we all conducted business and we could talk, and then we could go back up when we have the council meeting after a break. So my point is to y'all, are y'all open to the idea? Are you not open to the idea? I love being down here for the work session. I mean, that to me is a given, but you know, we could do like 5 o'clock for the work session, 6 o'clock for the council meeting. Or y'all gonna have to speak up because you got some of the work. Mayor?
Well, just to echo what you're saying, and Terry and I both discussed this. I like the idea of the work session being a work session. I'll just be honest, what I've seen in our work sessions with up there, hadn't been a whole lot of work session. It's not a whole lot of discussion and debating and discussing the issues prior to voting on them. And I think, I remember when I served on the council, this was a good time for us to really talk about and discuss all the unintended circumstances, the ins and outs about the issues prior to voting on them. And like Terry said, I just don't think it's as easy to do that sitting straight across from one another, whereas if you're sitting at a table, you can. But the work session needs to be a work session to make sure you understand what the issue is, discuss it, debate it, to where when you go up there to vote on something, you're making a qualified vote versus just a gut instinct. And that's the reason I like the change that he's recommended. And
Like you said, it's a work session. Talk.
yeah,
Yeah, we need y'all to tell us what you think about, will 5 o'clock work? And the one point of looking at 5 o'clock, because you got to come from Gaston, you come.
Yeah. 5 is good, yeah.
And if the meeting works 45 minutes, it gives us time to stretch, get ready for the next meeting. If it's shorter, whatever, you know, I don't think it's gonna hurt us having to talk to each other.
Yeah.
You know,
But I mean, it's better to discuss what's gonna go on before we vote on it, and also give the citizens time to hear what we're saying back to us. So I like that idea.
and that's the reason Josh is here tonight. We had, last time we had a lot of discussion, a lot of comments, a lot of feelings into it. We need to look at it baseline. This is what it's written as, this is what we need to do, not any other reason but what we need to do.
And I won't say this too. Don't be scared that you're gonna offend me or offend another council person. If we all had the same line of thinking and agreed on everything and didn't question anything, we only need to elect one. We don't need to elect 5 people to just repeat the same things over and over. Have some discussion and have some debate. That's what you were elected for, to really weed out through the issues and make sure that we understand what we're gonna vote on. And, you know, if we don't really have a whole lot for the work session, I remember we did this a lot of times. We canceled the work session, just had the council meeting at 6 o'clock. And that's something that could be done if we don't have a whole lot to discuss on a work session to keep them sitting around for an hour.
Well, I thought you could say
I
you're
think
gonna
that
take
was-
us out to dinner,
I
but
did
okay.
too.
Well, we could go get something to eat.
Kind of the principal change to the order of business was based on that 5 and 6 posted times.
Yeah.
And that there was, several that it's, well, we're done at 5:15, then you can't start the council meeting earlier
Right.
based on.
Yeah, we discussed that, and one of the other things that we come up with was the fact that if we see that it's a very small work session, we could always change the time of the starting of the work session to 5:30 if we see it's gonna
Right.
be.
And I think that's being flexible, to look, you've got 3 or 4 items, but if you've got 7 or.
Before, we were also doing it at 6 and 7, so that meant not only were we sitting around waiting for the work session to start at 6, but then if we had a short work session, then we were sitting around waiting. till 7, so now we're gonna do it earlier, the 5 and 6, and I think it'll work out better.
You sure you don't like 6 7?
Oh,
And that's just more time that you have to, you know,
How far in advance can we change it, like, just say if we find out we're gonna have
24 hours
Okay,
advance.
yeah,
Notice.
that's enough.
It's just gonna be hard for me to get down the street.
all get real.
All 3 minutes.
Sherry, ride that
All right,
e-bike.
so
I'm gonna be on the e-bike if the gas station. Yeah.
you got a croup cough. I recognize that from my little ones.
He has allergies real bad. It's
Oh.
with his grandmother's 80th birthday, so we cannot.
If he needs water or something, let me know. All right. So are we good with going with 5 and 6 and then adjust accordingly to how the work session?
Sure.
That,
Absolutely.
everybody's, okay.
Yep.
Madam Clerk, you got that? All right. Next issue that I would like for y'all to consider, or we need to consider, discuss, whatever, is when we have people speaking, that we have a time limit of 5 minutes. And not that you have to be hardcore on that, but I think, and we've had this before, and I believe it will work well for us because of people's emotions and how we're getting into these things of, you know, everybody needs to speak and they need to speak what's on their heart, but we don't need it repeated a bunch of times and whatever. And if we make a 5-minute limit on it, that would work. And then to throw the back end of that, that if somebody wants to give a rebuttal or whatever, they have one time at 3 minutes to give a rebuttal.
2 minutes.
Now this, I'm throwing that out. Go
Or 2
ahead.
minutes.
2 minutes. Like I said, 2 minutes will work better. We can, I just feel like we'll be more efficient. We'll be able to tell the citizens what's going on a lot better. We'll be able to hear what the citizens have to say better. And then they won't have to be sitting here all night for everybody if we do something like that. Is that something acceptable?
Well, the thing about it is you need guidelines, or else you're not being consistent when one person's talking.
Yep.
And you're asking them to step aside. You're being consistent, and people know
5
kind of what
minutes.
the rules are ahead of time.
I agree.
And I don't know if, you know, Madam Clerk is the keeper of the time. But I would view it as like, not like a speed limit. I'm looking at, you know, Chief over here, Title 35 maybe sets that out, but is the speed limit's there for a reason. It allows you to know this is what I can operate in. If you go under that, you're okay. Go over that, you can get a warning, or you might be asked, you need to stop. But I think that if we have that time, it is enforced, because it's only good if it is enforced. I mean, if you say, okay, you got 5 minutes, but we allow 8, well then, what is your discretion? Is it 9? Is it 8? Is it 9? Well, there's nobody else really wanting to talk, so we'll just let them keep talking.
Okay.
Not that that's a bad thing, but I do think that there's some structure, and that provides, we're stewarding the time.
Everybody knows the rules of the game.
If you actually looked at that part of the ordinance when it came out, we're listing the steps, but also at the end, it says any violation of these rules will forfeit your opportunity to speak. So if we do have someone who's unruly or whatever, we can ask them to sit down, and if they refuse, then we could get our nice little police chief.
Is there any way we could display the time so they'll know?
Well, she could give like 4 minutes or 1 minute to go, like she does me.
Yeah.
Tell people,
And I think a lot of it's like what Andy said on this.
A clock sitting right over there is 5,
Yeah,
4:59,
Yeah.
4:58.
Yeah.
And I think what Andy said is good too, like on the speed limit. I mean, it might be 25 and some people do 26, 27. I think Terry is overseeing, presiding, would be able, if somebody's still having good conversation, they're not repeating themselves, to allow them a little flexibility. But if they're going back and forth and not saying anything new, he can use his discretion.
and we also need to know that and I don't know if it have to be in there or whatever, but it needs to be in there that they're speaking to the council, not to anybody else in the group.
That's what,
That-
number one says, each person may only address the council as a whole. Addressing individual members or the audience is not permitted.
All right, let me throw one more out here, and then hopefully I'll shut up. But is there a way, and is it feasible, that before the council meeting, people could sign up that they would like to talk and make comments, whether it's a general, anything about the general meeting or the amendments or whatever? Can we put, is it feasible to ask people to sign their name, number, and everything? And that way, it's all on the table, and we already have it, and y'all, we're not asking people, well, make sure before you finish, get over here and sign this down. So, is that something we can do, Madam Clerk?
Make it more efficient.
And what I'd like to do on that, Terry, after discussing what we had earlier,
Yeah.
is maybe have the list of, if you're wanting to, if we got a public hearing and comments on agenda items, have the list there that as people come in, they can sign up after the work session. We can get that list and you'll have it. And then you can call in an orderly fashion
Yes.
the people that were wanting, instead of raising hands or you
Testimony
go ahead,
time.
you go ahead. But
Good comment.
But I think that we need to leave it open. If someone did not sign up,
Come in late.
Okay.
Yeah.
came in late, they
Yeah.
have the opportunity to speak to where we're not, but it provides for a more organized session.
Never want to keep anybody from speaking, but like you said, it's organized.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody knows where we're going with this. So are y'all good with that? And you can write that for the next time?
Yeah, we'll have to delete this from
Yeah,
the,
let's delete it and let's do it
and we'll do it next time.
all the way, make it a complete package. All right, any more comments about it, guys? This is it. I mean, y'all feel good about it?
Yep.
All right. Okay, part-time labor position, Chief Woods, you have some comments you'd like to share with us?
Yes, sir. So good evening. So I'll start and give you a little bit of history. So a couple of years ago, we took advantage of the senior aide program through East Alabama Planning and hired a senior aide to do some of our janitorial work, Mr. Louis Streeter. And so we've had him for probably 2.5 or 3 years. He started here at when the new city hall opened, and then we got him just because there was duplication of work. And he has did an excellent job for us. He's been through our vetting, been through our background check process, and he can do a little bit of everything. He does stripping and waxing floors and mopping and cleaning our offices. Everybody likes him and everybody trusts him to be around. And so in that program, they only get to stay in the program 4 years. And when you sign up for that program, the hope is that if they've done a good job, then whoever they're working for, then you get an opportunity to have a on-the-job training to see how they work and hopefully kind of hire them after that. And so we've come to that part where the program has ended for him, and we'd like to be able to hire him as a part-time laborer to continue doing what he's doing, not only for the police side, but for the fire side as well. And he would do all of those things behind what we consider the locked doors on those sides. I know the important question is always funding. So Janice had a part-time laborer in PAR that was doing some of the outside work around the building. She's been gracious enough to give us 10 of those hours that she was using for that person. We've also been able to consolidate some of, like the $1,000 that we would have paid for him being in the program, and then there's like $4,000 that we were going to pay for having the floor stripped and waxed that we'd like to contribute to that salary. So that leaves about $12K that we would be asking for you guys to fund for us to be able to hire him as a part-time laborer, which would be 29 hours a week. And he would continue doing those things for us and doing all of those things we need to make that building continue to look a professional building and workspace.
All right, what happens, if we didn't have him, who you gonna pay to come clean it up all the time? That's gonna be money there, because we can't just let it sit there and deteriorate and not
Yes,
be
sir.
clean. So, my point is, $12,000, $12,000. But even if you hire somebody new, look how long it's gonna take, you don't have to pay them to train them. So that's money out the door when you've already got somebody that's trained in it and that y'all are comfortable with. Is
Yes,
what
sir.
I look at. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but
This is a 100% new position. Make sure that y'all are aware of that.
Right.
Part-time position.
Part-time position.
all right. How many hours?
29 hours a week.
No benefits at all.
No benefits.
Okay.
Is there an existing position description, or is that something, I know Joy was questioning around, but is that something we already have being new?
Part-time labor,
that we
yeah.
have? But, yeah, I mean, it is.
Part-time labor position is just kind of a general
It's
job
not
description, right?
specific to
Yeah.
the-
Correct.
They'll earn leave and have to report to retirement systems.
They will earn leave and have to report to a retirement system, so.
This may be a wild question. Is 29 hours enough to keep that both sides of the building and the outside?
That's how good he is. He works, you know, and that's what I like about him. Like you don't have to really supervise him because he comes in, he gets his job done. You know that he's working because the building smells fresh, and so he comes in and
You don't
does
see him.
right.
Yeah.
He comes in and does what he's supposed to do, and he gets his work done, and he's able to. And you know he does waxing floors in his personal business. And so he came to us and said, hey, look, I got some extra time on certain days, then I'll be able to do that. So he's been able to do that for us.
All right, this is on our agenda, correct, Madam Clerk? You got any questions, any things we need to consider? But
When is his current term expired already?
It has.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
don't go to the complex right now, you ain't even know where to clean it. No, everybody good?
Yes.
Move on?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
And now to one special lady that's gonna come talk to us about a grant writer. Where's Joy?
She changed seats over there.
She did, that's what I thought she was.
I did too, I couldn't find her hat. That's where I go, I gauge her by her hat.
Okay, Joy.
I'll make up something. I think the matter that we need to discuss is, do we want to, I've worked on a job description, got that ready to go, except for, there's been discussion about, do we want to pay them a commission on the grants that they write us, a percentage of the grants. From what I've seen, we can't do that as a local government. We can't pay a commission upon someone's performance, which is what that is. Richard, what did you find out?
We discussed hiring them as an employee versus retaining them on a contract basis.
Yeah.
But I'm not aware that as an employee, you can make that commission or compensation.
Okay,
Commission or production.
But we can do it as far as a contract,
Yes.
Sure.
right?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Like have them on a retainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salary plus
And their
commission.
compensation
It's not
could
really
be
a
salary plus.
Yeah, it's not really salary
No,
because they're not an employee,
it's
but it's a
denoted.
baseline plus commission. But
And
you
it
can't
gives
do
you-
it with an employee who's on your roll.
It
So
gives
we-
you a little leeway too, to do what you want to do. So,
So with a contract, we could do a contract for a year, whatever, and have a baseline guarantee that we're gonna pay them. And then for, whatever percentage of each grant that they're able to get for the city, I don't know if you wanna call it commission, I guess it'd be commission.
It's gonna come out of your pocket. Remember, we talked about
Yes.
usually can't use the grant money to pay that
Right.
commission.
Right.
That's usually, I think.
If, we would have to set that up in our contract budget and basically have the minimum, which would be the base, and I'm thinking we would do some max, I don't know what that number would be, but I wouldn't want them to get a $200 million grant and us have to pay them $20 million, just for that one grant, although that'd be great.
I see you
$200
saying that,
million
Mayor,
grant.
we're gonna have to think about that.
But it wouldn't come out of the grant, that 20
There you
million,
go.
that would come out of our budget, so we wouldn't.
Scott?
It- But that may be the way to go then, instead of doing a employee, doing it as a contract.
I think so.
I think if somebody has an incentive to work and earn money, I think they're gonna be in a better position to help us get money that we need.
They'll be more motivated.
And to me, that's, they have a base or whatever we paid, this is what we're gonna pay monthly, but I can't help but believe it would not motivate it, you know, and it would help the city. You know,
think so,
my
too.
biggest concern is, and the mayor and I've talked about this, how many people out there would be willing to do it? I think that's gonna be the,
It's a limiting factor possibly.
yeah.
And let me ask you this, Joy, if we went the contract route, would we necessarily have to advertise?
I'm not sure, I don't do contracts.
I'd have to look into
I don't
that.
think so. I don't think so. Bert, what do you think?
Just don't know if there's any requirement that you do unless you.
So if we were able to identify a good grant writer, we could just do a contract with them
Yeah.
Yes, it's
versus having to
professional
advertise
service.
and.
Professional service.
Professional services.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's right, because they're not.
Okay.
Is everybody, what's the feelings, group? We wanna try to,
You know, we've been there.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think we had some benefit.
yep.
I felt like we did. I
We
think
did.
We received a few. Now, I think what I'm trying to figure out is this grant writer, in addition to any of the existing persons who are writing for grants, all of that, from the city standpoint, does everything have to flow through this person? Because they might view it as, well, you know, this, another area is writing for a grant, and I want some cheese too. And I say that playing the side of, well, you know, if a department goes out and writes their own grant, or is there a requirement that they all have to flow through this? And what detriment or compliment or benefit does that bring?
Well, could not it be a communication part? If Chief Cable's got somebody is zooming in on one, they would communicate to this person. But my point is, this person needs to know
Expertise.
what goes on. But on the second part is, there's so many grants out there, I mean, you look at your email all the time. Nobody can, right now, is keeping up with how many different grants we could get.
So we may need to set roles and responsibilities and segregation of duties and, you know, set that position up that way, so.
Could it be also the contract to where, I guess similar to what Tim's position is, to where they basically have an office, they come in daily
Yes.
in that contract?
That's how Patricia was. She had her office back here. She kept all the grant information in her office. She handled it all.
Because if they work from here, the information should stay here, and something happened to them, we can get our hands
She
on it.
moved
Is
it.
what- and that's
Well,
what
be
we
able
go-
to
Folder in my
communicate with
office
them.
whenever it's
Exactly.
complete.
Yeah.
Y'all good? Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, Joy.
All right, we're down to any other business. Mayor, you have anything else you want to throw out on the table?
I can't think of anything. I just want to thank Sherry for her attendance in Washington DC.
Yes, I mean, it was,
Yes.
she didn't get arrested, all these good things.
Y'all didn't see me on Facebook. Well, you did, but you didn't see me.
I was just gonna say, I saw
Yeah.
you a lot on Facebook.
I'm
I tell you
looking for
what.
the bag of money that you got from the government.
Hey, I got it. It's in the truck outside.
Okay.
Every day I got up and I look forward to, I see how many emails of how many train sessions are going on.
I mean, I had to keep y'all informed what I
Well,
was
you
doing.
did good, because I
Okay.
tell you, it was great.
And the best thing about it was I was supposed to meet with 4 other municipalities, all with Congressman Rogers. And they met the day before, so I was the only one meeting with one.
One-on-one.
That's
I
where
don't
the
know if
bag-
that's good or bad,
Is
but
that
you
where
got
the
any calls at me.
Is that where the bag of money's coming from?
Yeah.
But I do want to thank y'all for coming down. I think we got more accomplished and had more interaction having it this way than
Yeah.
being up there.
Thank you.
Well,
Dear.
we feel like home.
And I'm gonna look you face to face.
I know it, I get to see you every
I
time.
know.
All right, any other business anybody wants to bring up? Do we need to bring up the, why she's here? Or is it necessary? Could you talk to her and I talk to her?
Farmers market. Can we do that in other business here?
What do you want to talk about?
Discuss where they are, how, if everything's set up. Is that good? Summer, you want to give us a report? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but you're here, and if you have any questions to the council and the mayor, now would be a good time to come up and say where you are and make sure everybody understands how it's going to operate. That's what I think everybody needs to know.
All right, well, Shantae brought some pound cake for everyone.
Oh, my God.
You did what?
I was just gonna ask one more order.
I guess, I don't really have anything.
Y'all is.
We don't have to have anything prepared. It don't have to take a long time.
Yeah.
But just how's it going to operate? You know, like
Okay.
I think I told you and the mayor and I
Yes.
talked about. Here's the stipend or whatever to get going, and then y'all got it till you give us a report.
And Marcus,
Okay.
thank you for being
Go.
go-between
Yes,
on that.
thank you. Yeah, I've had a lot of questions, so thanks. Because this new way, or the old way, is new for me, so I'm learning all that too. But our first one is April 25th, and so if I have it right, the money goes within my board now, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I just bring you progress?
You just keep a detailed expense report
Okay,
on the budget.
and just whenever you need it, just have it there with
Well,
us?
at the end of the farmer's market season, you will present us
Okay.
with the details of the money that we allotted you to
Okay.
make sure that it was spent.
Okay. And like those forms that I keep, I know I'm so pesky about the forms, but so I just need to do that myself, not just type it, look,
It's-
you okay it, and
it's
then I'll
your
just.
game.
Okay, okay. All right, well, that's it, I guess.
We look forward to
Do you
it.
have a bank account for the farmer's market yet?
No, I was gonna ask you that. Can I do that, or I was just gonna ask
Since
later
you
if I
have
could
a
do
board,
that?
I know the Arts Council has one.
Oh, do that, okay.
Yeah,
How
so-
do I need a, is it, a tax number or something to open
Not
that?
sure y'all have to get with the bank. And ask
Okay.
the bank. I don't know about all of that part of it.
So when I
just
find that
know-
out, can I just email you?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. That
Thank
was
you.
a question I had. I forgot I had that question.
There's a location change too, correct?
Yes.
It's gonna
Starting
be
this
soccer
year.
concert.
Yes, we're at the community center this year,
Community facility.
and I'm excited about that. Yeah, I'm really excited.
So
Thank
April
you.
25th?
April 25th.
All right.
All
That
right.
will be pound cake there, right?
Yes.
And the track right behind it, so we gotta walk it off.
Or get on the trail and walk to it.
Yes, exactly.
When they start sending out for budgets for next year,
Uh-huh.
that's when you will ask for, it'll be different for you. You'll be able to ask the council for an amount that you need.
Oh, okay,
And come and present that.
okay. Can I email you about that
Scott,
later?
when would you
Okay.
need to get that probably into you? Is he still here?
Probably it's June.
In June?
So reach out in June? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And it'd be a good idea just to have a preliminary budget to show kind of what your expenses have been and what you're spending money on when you
Okay.
present that.
Okay,
And
thank
also,
you.
she's gonna be having, meetings, twice?
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have meetings, in different locations, like we've been at the Legion twice, but I can reach out and then anyone's welcome to them.
Yeah.
Um,
So she's gonna have formal, market meetings?
Yeah, my board, we have meetings just to try to get everything together, and then I'll reach out 2 or 3 times a year for all the vendors if they want to, because a lot of them want to help, so.
How do you recruit other vendors, like new vendors that wouldn't know that you?
I'm open to any suggestions, but right now just on Facebook, and we have so many, we have about 100 that I have to, yeah, I know. But now they all won't be there on the first time, but yeah, gotta figure that out, yeah.
Awesome.
I have a lot. But I'm open, I'm always wanting new people. Yeah, send them to me. I definitely need new, more farmers and stuff like that. That's,
The vegetables. and-
yes, we have a few. We have a strawberry vendor, a lot of blueberries.
Blueberry?
Just regular crops, though, is what we've got radishes and beets this year. I know, but it's something different. We need different.
Honey's good there too.
Those can't.
But
Honey? Oh yeah. We have a honey vendor.
The good part is, don't lose the lady that does the fried apple pie.
Oh, I know. She's back. Are you talking about Miss Bobby?
That's, priorities here.
Oh, yeah, she's coming back this year. You know,
I
her son
talked to her the other day
passed.
at the meeting.
Her
She
son
said, I got
passed.
it, we'll be there. I said,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, she was there, Miss
Yeah.
Bobby. Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right, well, let's take about a 5-minute break. We'll go up and then we'll come back and start our council meeting.
So we're back to start.
A second?
Second.
All right, I like that. We have any discussion? We've already had a point of time to do that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, adoption of the agenda. I don't think we have any additions, do we?
We do.
Okay, we do.
To the main agenda, add item 19A, consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the Brownfield Site Access Agreement with East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission per the attached. Also add 19B, consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the Environmental Consulting Services Agreement with TTL Incorporated for MS4 support services for FY 2026 per the attached.
Thank you, ma'am.
To the main agenda, amend item 24 to create a new part-time custodial worker, range 2, for the public safety complex. Item 36, consider action to adjourn into an executive session under the provisions of the Code of Alabama, section 36-25A 7A7, to discuss matters of economic development. And also to the main agenda, amend item 25, consider action to approve the employment of the following. Letter G, Lewis J. Streeter, part-time custodial worker at the Public Safety Complex, range 2, effective upon compliance of ordinance number 273, new position. Also to the main agenda, delete item 12, consideration of ordinance number O-679-26, amending sections 2-58, 2-60, and 2-62 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Jacksonville, Alabama, first reading.
Thank you, ma'am. I need a motion to adopt our agenda.
So moved.
Any second?
Second.
All right, any discussions or anything? All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries unanimously. All right, we go to public comments concerning agenda items. So if you have any comments you would like to make, I will say this. I think we covered it pretty well the last time we had public comments. But if there's anything else that has been earth-shaking, okay. But if anyone has no comments or anything, we will go down to number 10. Madam Clerk, will you do item 10?
Consideration of ordinance number O-677-26 that rezones certain property located at 1721 Louise Drive Southeast, Jacksonville, Alabama, from R1 Single Family Residential District to R2 Two Family Residential District. Received first reading March 9th, 2026.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any against? Say nay.
Nay.
Okay. All right, it's unanimous in this decision. It was nay, Madam Clerk. All right, would you, number 11, please, ma'am?
President, if there's not a motion, it will fail for lack of a motion. So you don't have to make a motion to vote on it if there's no one in favor of it.
Okay, so we go to 11.
Consideration of ordinance number O-678-26 that rezones certain property located at 1723 Louise Drive Southeast, Jacksonville, Alabama, from R1 Single Family Residential District to R2 Two Family Residential District. Received first reading March 9th, 2026.
Any motion? No. Fails because of no motion. Yeah. You got that, Madam Clerk?
Mm-hmm.
All right, should be number 13.
Consideration of resolution R-2300-26, approving the City of Jacksonville's participation in the State of Alabama Sales and Use Tax Holiday as authorized by Alabama Act number 2017-120 for the year 2026.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Carries unanimously. Number 14,
Consideration of resolution number R-2301-26 regarding agreement with the state of Alabama for signal maintenance at Alabama 204 at Nesbit Lake Road, Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, and at Alabama 204 at Chief Ladiga Trail Crossing.
need a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion about that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, opposed? None, unanimously. Number 15, please, ma'am.
Consideration of resolution number R-2302-26, accepting the donation of real property from the estate of Eugene Cecil Sutley.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 16, madam.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the agreement with TCI for access control system at new fire station number 2 per the attached.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? I love that. All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 17.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the new fire station number 2 cabling, network, and camera installation agreement, option 1, with Municipal Technology Services LLC per the attached.
I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries unanimously. Number 18.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the Motorola Solutions customer agreement per the attached.
Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 19.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the contract agreement with Omar Gibson Steel City Productions for service at the 2026 Jacks Fest celebration on July 3rd, 2026, per the attached.
I need a motion, please.
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, unanimous. 19A.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the Brownfield Site Access Agreement with East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission per the attached.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any other discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Carries unanimously. 19B, I'm sorry.
Consider
Anybody?
action to authorize the mayor to sign the Environmental Consulting Services Agreement with TTL Inc. for MS4 support services for FY 2026 per the attached.
All right, I need a motion,
So moved.
and I need a second.
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 Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 20, please, ma'am.
Consider action to accept the FY 2025 Water, Gas, and Sewer Board audit as presented by Edgar and Associates per the attached.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 21, please, ma'am.
Consider action to approve the Waterworks Gas and Sewer Board charge-off accounts for the period August 10th, 2025 through January 10th, 2026 per the attached.
Need a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
A discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 22.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign purchase orders to transfer to the Waterworks Gas and Sewer Board the PHMSA grant funds received by the City General Fund for JPWP number 25-135 cast iron gas line replacement.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous in our decision. Number 23.
Consider action to approve the supervision of any department head supervisor currently under the direct supervision of the city administrator to the mayor beginning April 1st, 2026 until further notice.
I need a motion.
So moved.
All right, a second.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's unanimous. 24.
Consider action to create a new part-time custodial worker position, range 2, for the public safety complex.
I need a motion. All right, second.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Any opposed? There are none. Motion carries unanimously. All right, 25.
Consider action to approve the employment of the following. A, Jose Angel Martinez, police officer, range 18, effective March 25th, 2026, due to the promotion of Jason Hawkins. B, Nicholas Ryan Bush, police officer, range 18, effective March 25th, 2026, due to the resignation of Logan Wade Horn. C, Scott Allen Cone, police officer, range 18, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273, due to the resignation of Michael Damani Pinto. D, Aaron Blake Shelnut, police officer, range 18, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273, due to the resignation of William Staggs. E, David Ellis, Parks and Recreation Department laborer, range 1, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273, due to the termination of Dylan Collins. F, Savannah Grace Mason, part-time library assistant, range 5, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273, due to the resignation of Kayla Smith. And G, Lewis J. Streeter, part-time custodial worker at the Public Safety Complex, range 2, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273, new position.
Thank you. I need a motion.
So moved.
A second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 26.
Consider action to approve the reclassification of the following. Dorotha Louise Thrasher from Corrections Officer, range 9, to Clerical Assistant, Police Department, range 7, effective March 25th, 2026, due to the loss of Susan Tidwell.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Need a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any against? All right, carries unanimously. Number, this be 26A, isn't it?
No. You don't have a 26.
Well, I got 26, two 26s. That's what's
I'm
confusing.
sorry,
27.
Consider action to accept the resignation of the following. Jay Wilson, Recreation and Athletics Coordinator, effective March 31st, 2026.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
And any discussion?
Is this the guy that just hired in Dr.?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
He's going to Piedmont as their director with substantial pay increase.
He got an offer he couldn't refuse.
Okay. So we got to put this position back out.
Well, we have, is Joy still here? No, she can explain it better than me, but you can still use the list that we had. It's still within that time frame, so we don't have to repost it. If there's someone on that list
Like
that would be available.
Gotcha.
Use a current application.
Mhm.
All right, got a motion for that?
You got the motion, a second, now you need to
All
vote.
right.
Call the
Any-
question.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Motion carries unanimously. Number 28 to 31.
Item 28, budget amendments. Item 29, purchases over 7,500. Item 30, disposition of surplus property. And item 31, boards and committees.
All right, I need a motion once again, please.
So moved.
Ooh, I like that.
Second.
A discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Now we come to our public comments for general items. If anyone has any comments they'd like to make, please come forward and fill out the form if you do. With no one coming forward, we'll go to the mayor.
I just want to recognize, since it's her last meeting, I'd like for us all to stand up and give Bert a nice standing ovation for her.
Been ours too, let me tell you.
That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor. Let me go into that one more comment, because the last time we recognized you, I told them I'd save it for the end. So I'm saving it for the end. You have been a bright, shining star all the time that I've been on the council. You're always smiling, and you never tell people no. You're here. She only sleeps 4 hours a day. I mean, and that's no lie, because she'll tell you 4 hours, and she gets up here and she works the budget and all the things over these years. She is a great Christian lady as well, and she's someone you can depend on. Mm-hmm. And I've already told her I'm gonna call her. So, but then she said,
feel free to. I'm more than happy to help wherever I can.
but then she said she's gonna come to the meeting and sit on the back row and wait for me. But we appreciate everything you do. Chief, do you have some people you want to recognize that are here tonight?
Yes, sir. So we got several of our new officers that you guys have brought on. Mr. Shelnutt's here, Scott Cone is here, and Mr. Bush is here.
Okay.
So 2 of them that you guys approved will go to the academy, and we do have 2 certified that will start almost immediately once they work their notices out of their other agency. So we're excited to have them. I think they'll be great additions to the team.
Yeah. That's great. Well, looking forward to seeing you around.
Were y'all scared we weren't gonna vote on you tonight?
I was worried about my kids.
All right, Andy, you have anything?
I was going to mention to Ms. Grant, because I don't think I'm going to be able to make your retirement celebration on the 31st. Just recognize you for what you've given to the city. I know me coming on as a city council member new, you were so welcoming to me, and for anybody who's in public service, but really at the level where Ms. Grant has operated, it's not easy. Long hours. I know I've driven by the old building, but driving by this building and would see that Toyota parked out there in the parking lot. A lot of tough decisions, balancing out requests and anything that we're talking about. But everything that you've done with the commitment has been for the best of this community, of which you're a major part of, even if it wasn't popular. And you served all of us in the city with professionalism, with steadiness, and with responsibility. And just as we heard from Mr. Edgar tonight, I've heard from, and I know everybody else has, the outside agencies, when you have communicated with them just how you have handled that. Everything you've done has helped move Jacksonville forward. I don't think there's any decision that you've ever made that has set the city back whatsoever. And so I just say thank you for what you've given, and I hate that I won't get to see you next week at your ceremony here, but I wish you the very best.
Thank you
Yeah. Sir?
A couple of things, just echo what Andy said. A few meetings ago, I kind of shared with you my thoughts and everything. I really appreciate what you've done in my short time. I mean, you've been a blessing. I don't know how else to put it. I got one other thing too. I just want to remind everybody, in case you may not have heard about this, but tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Chief Ladiga Landing, I think I may have spoken about this a few meetings ago, but each county within the state of Alabama is receiving what they call a Liberty Tree. And tomorrow at 1 p.m. that Liberty Tree will be planted at Ladiga Landing. So if you're free, if you have an opportunity, be there at 1 o'clock. I think it's going to be a great event. And then also just a reminder, 28th of June is when we're going to do our Ladiga Liberty Ride. And my wife and I kind of attempted to do some of that yesterday. We didn't go quite the 12.5 miles out and 12.5 miles back. But that will begin at 2:50 in the afternoon. It is a Sunday afternoon, but we want as many people as will to participate in that. I think it'll be a great thing, be a great time had by all. And that's all I have.
That's the what ride? Liberty?
The Ladiga Liberty Ride.
Okay.
I think that's what we're calling it.
Okay.
So we're excited about it.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Sherry?
Okay. Ms. Grant, you have led with humility, compassion, and wisdom, and qualities rooted deeply in your walk with Christ. Our city has been better because of you and your leadership, and you're an example that will continue to inspire us. Well done, good and faithful servant. Matthew 25:23. Wishing you the peace, fulfillment, and a retirement again, and many blessings in your retirement. Thank you for everything.
Chief?
Yes, Ms. Grant, you know I call you and aggravate you all the time, so hopefully you don't. I got your number, so I may still be calling you, see if you still got some folders for me, but I appreciate you looking out for me, appreciate you preparing the books, having everything bookmarked for us, letting us know, made an easy transition, so I know I'm better because of you, and so the city is better because of you.
That's right.
And we appreciate your selfless service. 3 things I want to mention. April the 3rd, city offices will be closed for Good Friday, and then following that on April the 4th, Greater Things Jacksonville is going to have a free community build day. They got 50 Bluebird houses ready to assemble. All ages are welcome. Bring a screwdriver or drill bit and come to the, I think it's going to be at the Jacksonville American Legion and the Bill Bluebird houses, it's that time of year, springs. And then also, in speaking of spring, they're going to have a home run derby April the 13th at 5:30 at the Jacksonville softball complex. So come swing for a cause. $5 for swings, $10 for 12 swings. Extra swings are $1 each. They will have a dunk tank. I'm not sure who all might be in the dunk tank.
It won't be any of us, because we're going to be at the council meeting.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. They told us, they said, just make the council meeting quick so we can come. But just say all proceeds will be donated to the Right Place and the Matthew 25 project. So just some couple things that's coming up in April.
There's one more thing that we need about Miss Bird. She always has candy for us. And I'm trying to get her to come back every meeting just to bring us some candy. She never misses it. I mean, she's right on the money. All right. Madam Clerk, will you get our number 36, please, ma'am?
Well, on 35, any other business?
Oh,
You're
that's
gonna
right.
have to get me some new pens, because my pen ran out of ink signing all these things y'all authorized me to sign. So I need some more ink
I'm
pens.
sorry. I'm getting
On
anxious.
behalf of the council, Mayor, I present you with, I don't know how many's in here.
Keep them going.
Miss Sherry brought us a bunch of
I
stuff.
sure did. I bought you something back from DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other business besides the mayor needing pens? Madam Clerk?
Consider action to adjourn into executive session under the provisions of the Code of Alabama, Section 36-25A-7A7, to discuss matters of economic development.
I need a motion,
So moved.
and I need a second,
Second.
and I need a roll call vote, please, ma'am.
Councilmember A. Green?
Yes.
Councilmember Newell?
Yes.
Councilmember Laster?
Here.
Councilmember M. Green?
Yes.
Councilmember Wilson?
Yes. Motion carries unanimously. We will not be returning. So we'll go in, we'll have our meeting, and then, but didn't want y'all to sit out here and wait on us. But, we thank you for coming tonight. Be safe when you go home. We appreciate you being in Jacksonville, and especially to our new officers. Look forward to having you on the patrol. And Bert, we love you. That
We love you,
being
Miss Bird.
meeting adjourned.